Alrighty, let's talk sine law.
All right, we ready? Let's go.
We are ready to roll.
Yes, sir.
Martin up, earbud out. Sine law.
Let me turn my music.
Yeah, good idea. Stop it, you two. Okay, so first thing, before we get into the sine law, let's talk about labeling triangles, okay? So when you label triangles, you label the angles with capital letters. Bodie, get that earbud out, please, okay? And you label them on the outside of the triangle. Sometimes on the inside, but always capital letters. Old person yelling at capitals, right? Bodie, earbuds out. The sides are with lowercase letters, right? Are you with me?
Tell him to listen for
Okay, listen to me though.
I was listening to you.
Okay? Angles are capitals, the sides are lowercase letters, and opposing sides and angles have the same letters. So if angle A is at the top, side A is opposite it. Okay?
He said he can't see it. He said
It's in the book.
It's on your side.
Here's angle A, right? See that, Josh?
Yeah.
And then side A is opposite it, right? Angle C is here. Side C is there. Angle B is there. Side B is there. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Lane, with me? Because that everything is based on that. Okay, that's sort of a little formula or a little rule. Okay? Here's another rule. In a triangle, the inside angles always add up to 180. Did you know that?
Yes.
Inside a triangle, the angles must add up to 180. So here we've got, I don't know if you can see it, it's not very big. I got 47 up there. Right? 47, 74, 59, they add up to 180. So if you don't have one side, right? How do I find angle A here? Angle A would be 180 minus 47 minus 74. Angle A is 59. So that is a step you will likely have to do. Subtract from 180.
Julio.
Okay? Julio. Good, Robert?
Wait.
The next page, I'm guessing.
Give me a second, Mr. Bennett.
All right. Where's my recorder? Okay? We're not going to talk about SOHCAHTOA. Okay? That's actually a good point. Let me just talk about that for a second. I think that's the next slide, actually. Oh, wait. I think it's on the next slide.
Next.
Oh, here's the example here. I guess I didn't realize this example was coming. Okay, so how do you find this one? Oh, this one's special. What kind of triangle is this, Josh?
Triangle.
Yeah, but there's a special name for it.
The left side or something?
No, it's a right triangle, right? Did you say that, Ellis? Was that you? That was Lane? It's a right triangle because it's got that little box in there, right? Bodie, what does that little box mean in a triangle?
Oh, yeah. That is 90 degrees.
90 degrees. We might say it's perpendicular, right? Yeah, if you're doing some welding or something or other, you might need something to be perfectly perpendicular for some reason. Okay, so what is angle A here?
Well, what's one?
Angle A is going to be 180 minus, this one is 59. This one down here is 90. 180 minus 59 minus 90. I get 31. Sounds about right? Okay, I want to look ahead here. Okay. I agree.
What a mood. It's good mood today. Not this morning.
I did not. I haven't had time. I've been swamped with other stuff.
Spoiler alert. Lightning McQueen got
Don't tell me! No spoiler alerts.
Lightning
No.
McQueen died. Wonder Woman.
No. Don't tell me.
Batman.
Don't tell me.
Okay. So I heard someone say something about SOHCAHTOA, right? You can use SOHCAHTOA to find sides and angles, but only for right angles. Oh, SOHCAHTOA stands for sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. Okay, you can't use any of those because this is not a right triangle. Okay, it's a
Sounds like fun.
acute triangle, right? Acute or obtuse or isosceles.
Sounds fun, man.
Isosceles? It's a fun word to say, yes. Okay, so can you still solve the triangles if they're not right angles? And the answer is yes. You can use the sine law. And here it is. Okay? The sine law allows us to solve non-right angle triangles. And it looks like this. It's kind of weird. Sine of A over A is equal to the sine of B over B is equal to the sine of C over C. Now, you might say, what's going on here, Mr. Bennett? There's two equal signs in there, right? This is sort of the main formula, and you pick the parts that you need. Okay? Choose the pairs that match what you have or what you need. So if you have an angle A and a side A and an angle B, you use this portion of it. But if you have B's and C's, use that portion of it. And if you use C's and A's, well, then you get rid of the B's in the middle. You use 2/3 of the formula all the time. Okay? Does that make sense? Not only that, but you can also flip it upside down. If there's room on your sheet, and I think there is, I'd like you to write A over sine A is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. Okay, you can use either one. That is just the same formula, just upside down. Okay? Students generally find it easier to have what you're looking for on the top. So if you're looking for an angle, as many of you always are, you pick the one with the angles on top. But if you're looking for a side, then use the one with the sides on top. Is the next thing an example? Not quite. To use the sine law, we need pairs of sides and angles. You need a pair that we know and a pair where one piece is unknown. So you need like angle side and then another side, or angle side and another angle, right? Or angle, angle, side, and no side. You need 3 out of 4. Okay, that diagram's kind of confusing. But again, notice that little c is opposite big C, little b is opposite to big B, little a is opposite to big A. It must be time for an example now, is it not? Okay. Here's the missing side. Okay, right. So which letter is missing here?
C.
C. You know what a pirate's favorite letter is? You think so, but he really loves the C.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Eh? I love that joke. There's always someone that you can convince to say, "Arr." Find the missing side. Okay, so which one's missing here, right? C. Oh yeah, that's how we got onto that mess, right?
Come on.
Do we know angle C?
Actually, yes, 92.
We do. It's 92. Those guys go together. Do we have another pair, another angle side pair?
Yeah,
B. Okay. So we're looking for C. So I always say, do you guys want the easy way? You want the easy way out? Put the thing you're looking for first. The very first thing you do is put C. C, senor. Okay, so it's going to be C over what? Sine C. Sine big C. That's a weird word. equals, now what's the other part that I do have? I got the b's, don't I? Okay, but it's little b on top, right? Now, if you want, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put little b over sine b. If you want to do that to sort of start your thinking process, then you go right ahead. Okay, so then you're going to write c over sine c. What's the angle c? 92. Make sure you go sine 92. And before we go anywhere, oh, my friends, this is the most important thing. On your calculator, there are 3 modes for trigonometry. There is degrees, what they call radians, and there's grads. You can't use that until you've done high school. Okay, so your calculator must be in degrees. If you put it in radians, everything is wrong. Your calculator must say DEG or DRG. Do you want to just make a root there? You're put there and then you're radians, right? See the radians there? So now you're in degrees. Okay? You got a calculator?
And they're all using your phone.
Oh. You guys can't use phones in the exam.
I know.
So maybe a couple of I can provide you calculators, but you need to be able to use it, right? So
Scientific.
Okay, I'm gonna find one. He's already in degrees. I can't figure that one out. I don't want to waste time.
No.
That was a degree. Make sure you're in degrees. Just Kozlowski, remind me on test day to remind them to go to degrees.
Okay.
And on exam day. Must be in degrees. Degrees. Okay, so c over sine 92 is equal to, am I still recording? Yeah. Okay, so little b is how much?
21.
No, it's 3.04 right there.
Oh.
Little b, right? We got sides on top. The angle is always going to be accompanied with sine. So sine of 21. Now, in my world, I would give you a mark for setting up. And I'm pretty sure they would give you a setup mark on the exam as well. Is everybody with me so far? Yeah? Okay. Now, how do I solve for sine c? Do you want to do the math on the right-hand side? I'm leaning towards that, Mrs. P. What are your thoughts there? Based on your experience in other grade 12 classes. Like, I'm going to do this math here, I think, find a number, and then multiply by the sine rate.
Oh, are you?
Right. Okay, we're just going to take a adult time. Okay, so let's go on the right-hand side here. So, we're going to go 3.04 divide by, now some calculators, you go sine 21 equals, and some calculators you go 21 sine equals. So you got to figure out which way your calculator goes. And that's why I want you using calculators and not your phones.
21 sine on the phone.
Well, I want you to be doing it on, stop, get away from the phones, you guys, okay? Seriously. For this unit, get a calculator, because you can't use your phone in the exam, and I don't want anyone they're unclear on the exam, because I cannot help you.
No.
I can't. So get a calculator and learn how to use it. So I'm going to go, on mine, I'm pretty sure it's 21 sine. No, I'm wrong.
It's 0.35, man.
Sine 21. And you should get, I get 8.48.
That's what I got.
So I got c over sine 92 is equal to 8.48. Okay. Don't clear your calculator, because it's already in there. It's 8.482901.453. You don't need to clear it. Just leave it. Because how am I solving this equation? Okay? If I have this equation, a side note here. If I have x over 10 is equal to, say, 9. How do I solve that? Kirsten? You know? How do I get rid of divide by 10? Elvis? How do I get rid of divide by 10? Times both sides by 10, right? Those ones cancel, x equals 90. Right? Is that always the rule? Are you all have to, like, if you have to find the top here, are we always going to multiply? The answer is yes. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to write C equals, let me go back to blue. I'm going to write C equals 8.48 times the sine of 92. And remember, you don't need to clear your calculator. And the reason I say that is so that you don't lose all those little extra digits. So you got 8.48, so I'm just going to go times sine 92. I get 8.47, 8.48. We'll say 8.5. C equals 8.5. Right. 8.5. Sí. ¿No hablas español, Robert? Roberto? What?
I heard they were making the mullet popular.
Who's they? Who's? Oh, that's the word on the street. The mullet's coming back. It's probably too late for me. I can wear my old wig. Now, does that answer seem reasonable? If this one is 3.04, is this one here going to be like 8.5?
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely longer, right? Okay.
They would have to make sure
Yeah.
when they're dividing, when they make that first division of 3.04 divided by
Let's
sine
go
of
equals.
21, that they don't round it there.
Yeah.
Because you're going to run into
Yeah.
a double rounding situation,
Yeah.
and it'll be marked wrong.
Yeah.
That's the only
That's
thing.
why you're.
That's why I was giving you that note.
Okay.
So I just happen to know that people that are marking, they only want it rounded once.
Once. Right.
Only.
So what Mrs. Kozlowski's saying, you guys listen, get off your phones. This is important. This could be your graduation hanging on this.
Yeah.
If your mark is
Now
close.
listen, guys.
Okay? She's saying if you round here and then multiply by sine 92, you're rounding two times. You're rounding here and you're rounding here. Okay? So if you want, you can just go, are you listening? You can just do the whole thing all at once. So we would go 3.04 divided by sine 21 times sine 92. 8.47. Yeah, I get it.
It's better than the interest class.
What are you talking about?
That's where she got that from. It's
It's true though. That's a provincial exam.
That's a rule.
There's very strict rules that I have to follow when I mark. Right. I can't not follow the rules.
And there's no guarantee that Mr. Bennett is marking your
Exactly.
exam.
What happens is all the math teachers in Mountain View, so like Dauphin, Ethelbert, Robin, Grandview, we all go to the board office, we throw all our exams in the middle, we shuffle them up, and we just start marking. We don't know whose we're marking. That's right. Okay?
They don't know who you are.
Right.
Right at that point.
So make sure that if you're going to do that, you do not round there. Leave it in your calculator. And for goodness sake, use a calculator. Guys. Don't use your phone.
That's the number.
You are for this one, right? You're not allowed to put your name on your exam.
No, there's no names. You are literally you're anonymous.
You're anonymous.
Right?
You do not put your name on the exam.
We're numbers now.
Yeah.
I called
It's a sign to you, buddy. No, you don't. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
You know how they say TSN is the Toronto Sports Network because the center of the universe is Toronto? It's not Bodie, the center of the universe. Yeah, I know. Okay, this time we're solving for an angle.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you guys got this example there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, which angle are we solving for?
Uh,
Again, C.
I see.
I see. So, we're going to put the angle that we're looking for first. It's an angle, so I'm going to write sine C.
Okay.
Right? That's the one we're looking for. Sine C over little c is equal to, now what's the other side that I know?
B.
I got B, was it B last time too?
Yeah.
Okay, so same idea. So sine B over little b. You got to have all angles on top and all sides on the bottom,
Okay.
or the other way.
Alright.
Got it? Sine C is equal to. Little c is 11. Sine C over 11 is equal to sine B. Sine 45. Little b is 7.91. Okay, I'm going to do this the Pavlovsky method here. Now I'm hearing you. Yeah, I'm kind of.
Yeah.
So rather than do this division, we're just going to get rid of divide by 11. How do I get rid of divide by 11? Times by both sides by 11, right? I'm doing it the Pavlovsky method, so we don't run into that rounding issue. You can do it the other way as long as you don't round early. Premature rounding. And get some penicillin for that. Okay, so we're going to go sine C is equal to, I'm going to go sine 45 times 11 divided by 7.91 equals. Okay, now the problem with angles is, I'll show you here. So we're going to go, I'm going to wait, make sure everyone's with me. We're going to do lots of practice ones here. Okay, so with your calculator, we're going to go sine 45, or 45 sine for some of you, times 11. I would go equals, divide by 7.91. And you get 0.983. Do not clear your calculator. You guys got to get out of that habit. Somewhere along the line you've been taught that. Do not clear your calculator. That, my friends, is not the angle. That is the sine of the angle. Now, do you remember from, when did they do the basic trig? Grade 10 now?
I think so.
Okay,
Yes.
I don't know. Do you remember how to find the angle when you know the sine of the angle? Okay? The way the inverse, right? So you would write C equals, and to write the opposite or inverse sine, you go sine minus 1. Have you seen that before?
Oh, yeah.
Sine to the minus 1, inverse sine of that 0.983. Again, don't clear your calculator. Just go second function sine. Now some calculators will give you the answer automatically. Some calculators you got to go second function sine answer, as in like the previous number,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So you should have somewhere on your calculator an A and S button, answer. You want to make the rounds there, Mr. P? Right? So you got to find that second function sine, and on mine it's alpha answer equals. And so you get your answer is 79.5 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to come around. Do you want me to do this one, or do you guys want to try it? Brighton, do you want to try it, or do you want me to do it again?
Do another one.
Do another one? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. My pleasure. Okay, so in this case here, what do we have? We've got, it's asking for side B, right? It's asking for side B. So the first step, really, right, is always identify what thing they're trying to get you to solve for, right?
Yeah.
Because if you put it first, it makes your setup so much easier. So we're solving for B. B over sine B equals. What are we given?
A.
Well, this side here is 2.92. But we don't have angle A, do we? We have angle C, but I don't have side C.
So we have to find angle.
I got to find angle A first, right? But let's sort of write what we need to know here. So I need A over sine A. So I almost have to go backwards and figure out what angle A is, right? Angle A is what? Now, how do we find angle A? It's the Canadian way. Angle, A. We're going to go 180 minus 59 minus 97. 180 minus 59 minus 97. Angle A is 24 degrees. Now that I have angle A, now I can fill in the things that I know. I'm solving for little b. That's always going to be the first unknown. Sine B is sine 59. Side A, just take your time here, side A is 2.92. And sine A is sine 24. Okay, we'll just pause there and make sure we got things right. Right, and get that earbud out so you can concentrate. No, earbud out. Take it out, come on. You need as much concentration as you can. You can do it. So, we're going now here we got to get rid of sine 59. So we're going to multiply both sides by sine 59. Does this thing down here always become a multiply up here? Is it always? Yes. As long as you set it up with the unknown in that upper left corner. If you always set it up, and I encourage you to do so, if you always set up so your first unknown or the thing you're trying to find is in that upper left corner, it's always just going to be a multiply. Always. So my answer is going to be, little b is going to be 2.92 times the sine of 59 divided by sine 24. And I would encourage you to write that step. Okay, if you're doing that, if I'm marking this, I can look at this and say, this kid knows what they're doing. They screwed up on the calculator. Right? And they will account for that when they're marking, if you show what you're doing. Okay. I'm going to pause there. You guys try that on your calculator, and then I'm going to give you the answer. Okay, so here's what I do on my calculator. I'm going to go 2.92 times sine 59 divided by sine 24 equals, and that's it, just equals.
6.15?
Yep, 6.15.
Equal like 6.2?
Yeah, I don't know what it's, I can't remember the rule for rounding on the provincial exam. I'll have to double check. 6.15.
They often get.
No, we're on pause. Now I'm recording. So we're looking for side p. So I'm going to write little p over sine p. And, oh, hang on here. Hang on. I use these, but I don't want a's there. I want my a and my big A here, right? I need to use the ones that I know.
Yes, sir.
So side A over sine A. I said side A. So side P over angle P is this number we just found out, 106. You really got to take your time here, you guys, right? Don't be in a rush. Sine A, no, A, side A, 363. Is that what that looks like to you? 363 over the sine of A, 40. I don't see a decimal on mine. Okay, so side T is going to be, this is going to be 363 times the sine of 106 divided by sine of 40. $363 times sine 106 divided by sine 40. I get 542.85. You guys get that?
So 363 times sine.
Times sine 106 divided by sine of 40.